What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. There are a ton of sales, including 10% bonus bucks back again for Cyber Monday on TCG Player, but I'm gonna do top tier content and react to the prices of pre-sales being up on tier 0. I have no clue what they look like, if they're strong, if they're what I thought they'd be, if they're cheap, but I'm gonna look at TCG Player real quick to see the early listings. Don't take these too seriously. There's only like 4 sellers for a lot of these, so there's not competition. It might not be the most real prices, where tier 0 does typically try to go ahead and hit the market where they think it'll land rather than trying to make so much money off of pre-sales. So we see early Drytron Nova 31. We also see the other Ultra. I did think Drytrons would be atop the set, even past the Evil Twins in terms of the normal Ultra Rares rather than Collector Rares and that sort of thing, because Drytron seems to be what people are starting to lean towards. Could be a Rogue slash tier, maybe 1.5 deck. I think a lot of these are stuck at Rogue, but we've also learned lessons in the past from Secret Slayers that underestimated decks certainly can take over, especially in events where you don't expect a Rogue deck to come in and sweep like Prank Kids did in the past. So early on, we do see those atop the set, but I don't see a lot of live or Evil Twin listings, just people trying to sell the Drytron early, so maybe some hype and pump and dump there. Enough stalling, let's go ahead on over here and type in Genesis Impact and see what's up with the set. Also, if you're over on tier 0 up top, you can turn the site. I'm actually going to go to a different scene here. You can turn the site up to where you're seeing dollars instead of euros and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead, the price high to low, react and the time, and the cheapest top collector rare is 192. Interesting for Nightmare Unicorn, and Phoenix looks amazing, only 160. Okay, so it looks like they took a look at the crashing collector rare market and really are projecting ahead. I don't know that it should actually be this cheap. This is kind of wild. Evil Twin, okay, at 128. The Evil, wow. Okay, I feel like they might be underestimating this a little. Then again, only 4 collector rares are likely long-term money, and the 2 nightmares are probably 2 of those slots, but you're still looking at 1 per every 3 boxes, 4 per case, 16 per 4 cases, so to pull like each one. This is a weird estimated value pull they're going for, and it feels kind of cheaper than I would have accepted pre-sales. Very realistic and heading at the market. And of course, you can use code WhatsGood5 for 5% off to also support the channel. But gosh dang, this first page is wild. Nothing towards the 300s. I mean, it's not iconic as BLS. It's not as iconic. So this is very realistic. Good job, tier 0. They always surpass my expectations on their first pre-sales, and they either get bought out of things or you see the market adapt to them / both. Okay, so the highest card they have is actually Artemis, which people are talking about is going to be played in the Invoked engine atop the set, and then you have Drytrons. Where was Artemis over on TCG? Is it even listed? Yeah, it seems like people are slow listing what they want to and really pump and dumping the Drytrons. Drytron's still towards the top for them as well, so it's not as if they're not projecting the same thing at least. And then the Evil Twins, everything. Wow, where's the money in this set? How the collector rares, yes, but they're being very bold in how they're pricing things. This is definitely interesting. Although all 3 decks are considered by a lot of people to be stuck in Rogue, need help, need support, a lot of people are also looking forward to them. And for a side set, not a single card at 30. Dude, okay. Tier 0, I see your game. This is awesome. So if you're looking for the cards, come on over to tier 0. A ton of people have been looking forward to Genesis Impact, and I did not think it would be this cheap early. I expected at least a $30 card, and this almost seems like they're not learning from past mistakes and relying too much on the collector rares versus the end value, because there's only 3 ultra rares per box if we're going by the Toon Chaos pulls, and that means 36 per case, so it's only a little over a playset of each ultra rare when you're looking at this, and their estimated value pull, this is a bit interesting. Man, it's a bit cheap in my opinion. And that's not even just because they're a sponsor or anything. Like, I think I would have priced this differently and had certain things up. So you might want to take a look at these deals early on, because we've seen the Mad Lad post and we've seen them lose out on a lot of certain things. Interesting projections. Ghost from the past over on YBM, they've extended their sale by 1 day. So if you add this to your cart while it says $5.50, you will automatically have the Black Friday code applied to your cart. And I just want to show you what vendors pay on this sort of thing. I showed this in another video. That video kind of flopped. Check it out, by the way. It's how I would invest in Yu-Gi-Oh! And what I look for around the market. I would have thought that video would have did better. But when it comes to this, check it out. $467 is what they're selling it to you shipped, and that is crazy to me because this is going to be a bulkier set. So when I'm looking at this sort of thing, well, let's see what a vendor would pay on this kind of product. Usually it's $16.5 per $30. 2 packs is 30, and a case comes with 50 total. So we're going to multiply this by 25, having already done the multiplier by 2. They're paying around $412 and shipping this out. This is probably one of your best prices, period, to get in on Ghost from the past. Now, we did mention TCG Player has 10% bonus bucks back. We're going to switch back to the Market Watch scene for the rest of Market Watch because a lot of its price movements from the Black Friday sale, and I think some people will double down, other people have grabbed their bag, and then expect to be Cyber Monday 2.0 of Black Friday here on TCG Player, which of course you can use that TCG Player link in the description down below, never forgetting to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying, and I really appreciate it for those that do. Black Friday was record sales on the channel. Thank you so much. People apologized for getting the link. Dude, I understand deals are exciting and going in. Thanks for even watching and hanging out with me on the channel talking Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's go ahead and dive into some things that happen. Blue Eyes White Dragon seems to be at a more stable 30 now, but like I said, motivated sellers, people will list. Infinite Impermanence was not shorted in this set and is now even cheaper than Black Friday, under $20 with many copies listed. This is beautiful. So you actually have a chance to get your playsets even a tiny bit cheaper than Black Friday and get bonus bucks back. How bonus bucks back work is whenever you're buying, you get store credit allocated for your buys for the day and 10% back later so that you actually get free cards in a sense for what you're buying on today's deals. But that has caused other cards to go up, where other cards have kind of sunk down as competition ramped up and they didn't necessarily move, but quite a few things actually baby bumped in price. Now, speaking about what was crazy, we saw Nadir's Servant go all the way to 80 early on Black Friday. You do have motivated quote-unquote sellers here in the lower range now, but people were asking me if I thought it could go even past 80 depending on the ban list. Ban lists are always speculation, first off. Second off, if they hit a lot of the decks and didn't take care of anything with this archetype, absolutely I could see Nadir Servant and some of the Dogmatica stuff going up in price if it was one of the top most played decks and they took care of things like Calamities. Although Virtual World would still be a very good deck, it would definitely lose a power play it has. Ice Dragon's Prison also is interesting to me because it's one of the first traps being played in the game in such a long time that is not a floodgate, that is not a hand trap, and it's so powerful that, like, people keep saying, get your dimensional barriers now, prepare against Zodiac, prepare against, you know, all these other decks, even the, you know, Virtual World and that kind of stuff. So with that, Zoo has been playing Zoo Eldritch, which helps it bypass this a little. Yes, it takes away plays from them, but you see the first Eds, even past all the sales days, even past all the people urging you to get them now, and I don't disagree. For past formats, this is actually a decent price, still around $5, one of its all-time lows for this card that used to be $80+. Like, this is a piece of Yu-Gi-Oh history. If past formats get popular, you can bet that first Eds will get even harder and harder to find over time. So with all the people pushing this card, I don't disagree that it's a good pickup, but it hasn't been getting that traction and hype where a card like this takes permanently care of your opponent's resources, doesn't care if Zodiac's playing the Eldritch engine, can take care of pieces of the Eldritch engine too. I really like this card, and that's why it has stabilized so well in price. One of the most costly ultra rares kind of this year that's come out of packs, and pretty cool. It's a great card. Mistaken Arrest got a buyout, and this might be a mistaken buyout. This was just printed as a gold letter rare, and while I get people like their highest rarities and text, this has been overhyped multiple times within history. It blocks you out during your next turn as well, which is the double-edged sword of this card. Until the end of your next turn after this resolves, neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand except by drawing them. So even if if your opponent's searching something during your first turn, it's till the end of that next turn. This is very throttling on yourself as well as the opponent, and has budget versions all over the place. Let's actually pull that up. Mistaken Arrest. So when we take a peek in here, wow, brand new, very, very cheap, Not people aren't even concerned about raising this price. Gold holo, yeah, people don't want to be stuck with old gold rares. And then you have the secret, which is highest rarity, yes, and has always been like this card that has potential to unlock, but it is so harsh on the user playing it. Let me know what you think about Mistaken Arrest, and if it appeared in some kind of tournament or tech talk that ended up boosting it, let me know where this price spike actually came from. I don't know. I haven't paid enough attention to know where exactly the flashpoint was that caused people to go for it, but you have other cheap versions with a very recent reveal slash release that's almost bulk. The Cursed Eldland, Conquistador, and Elixir has been going up in price a bit. Now, they're actually cooling down from a recent buyout, but that's because Golden Lord is so cheap, $8. The estimated value pulled of the rest of the set went up. Elixir also rebought out to kind of ridiculous proportions, and it was shorted in the set, so you see value drain out of the product in one place, it spreads to others. People are grabbing the other pieces of the deck because they have 3 Golden Lords, and, well, why don't I get the rest? You're eating pretty good if you got these at $2 and you got these as basically bulk. Pretty awesome things to see, and this was, I've said it over and over, very undervalued at $6 for the card that it was, considering it's a short print. And finally, I didn't know the Zombie Horde structure deck, a good call for the Sealed Series Distant Coder. I didn't know Necro World Banshee is now $8, Ballard Roach is $6, Shiranui Solitaire up towards $5. I didn't know these cards hit these prices. I knew the sealed went up, but now the singles have followed. Boy, this is some expensive zombie engine, and people have loved zombies for all time, and with only one printing for a lot of these, Banshee being hollow, that value is going up. Let me know what you think about the zombie engine in general. Is it Distant Coder's fault for the spike in interest in it? I don't necessarily think it would be anything to do with that. I think it's happened over time. Last time I looked, this was around $4 or $5. Market price is obviously up versus the price, so it's probably been here for some time. I just kind of slept on it. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you have not already. We've been getting a lot of subscribers lately, and I appreciate the love and support that you guys show. Don't forget the sales around 10% bonus bucks back today on TCG Player, YBM with an amazing deal on Ghost from the past, and really good pre-sales showing out from Tier 0. This is going to be hard for Daily to beat. I feel like Daily has pushed Tier 0 to this next level, and it's this friendly competition that's gotten to this crazy level for pre-sales that is so healthy for the community, and it's awesome to see. So go check out their sale. This is pretty insane to see initial prices like this, and I think they're relying on collector rare value, but the collector rares are also under where I would have thought you would try to pre-sale collector rares at. Really good showing. Really awesome to have sponsors like this that I get to talk to about stuff and then see the results put out on this end.